We're already live. I forgot to put the thing on. Hang on. Welcome, everybody. We're having a fireside chat here. Hang on. Hang on. There's some. Okay, hang on. All right, we're just going to come on live. So, welcome everybody to our Wednesday night energy update that we're having on Tuesday night. So, we're having a little fireside chat. Why is that over there? Got duplicate here on. Oops. Don't want to quite do mute, but we'll turn it down. See if that works. Why things are different tonight. Anyway, welcome everyone again. Tonight, I know, isn't this nice and cozy? Too bad you guys weren't here. Got the beach behind me and got my eyelashes on. So, welcome. Yes. I have a friend that's visiting from out of town, and so we're doing this first, and then we visit. So, tonight, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. So we do have a full moon tonight. I don't know if you've seen the full moon, but I just moved into a new place. For those of you who are interested in knowing, I just moved into a new place, and I'm always asking that question: does it get any better than this? I manifested a really, really nice place, and last night, the moon was just come up over the hill outside of my balcony. I thought, oh my, so much to be grateful for, right? And so the full moon is really an opportunity to give thanks and gratitude for all the blessings all the way we are being supported. And so definitely gratitude energy. There's so many things I'm so grateful for. And especially all of you tonight. That's something to be grateful for. If it were you guys, I would not even be here. So thank you for supporting me every weekend with all of your interest. Um, the sound is a little choppy. Well, is that the case for everyone? We're on the internet here. Hello, New York. Great to have you here. Okay, well, hopefully it's a good connection for everybody else. So we've got the full moon. We've got a few energetic things going on. Yes, does that mean it's choppy for you as well? Or is it the sound of the fire? Or I don't know. At any rate, so we have that. A couple of things that I wanted to talk about. There's a lot of new talk about this three-eye atlas. A lot of people are starting to get a little concerned about this. And hello, New Jersey. A lot of people are getting concerned about this three-eye atlas. And I just remembered I'm supposed to plug in, turn on this other video. I always forget. I apologize. Um, unless you are unless you do this every week, you would not know how many things there are to remember. And of course, it would be great if you just did a little notepad, right, and just remembered that way. But anyway, turn camera around. There we go. Okay, great. So now we're recording on there as well for my team. They can see the fire. There we go. Okay, great. All right. So one of the things we were talking about tonight on this full moon is the energies of this three-eye atlas. Now, as it gets closer to the Earth, uh, we're a little unsure way the government is going to translate the appearance of this. It is not a comet, it is a mothership. And it is of a positive nature. It is here to support us. And it is not going to land on the planet. However, there are smaller scouts that it does have that can disperse, and those are the ones that are set to uh, potentially arrive on the planet. So, how the government is going to translate this, or how they're going to turn it in their direction, like so many other things, they turn in a direction that is meant to scare humanity, make them afraid, make them angry, like so many of the other things that they have done. The 9/11, the vaccine, on and on. Just so many horrific things that our government has done. So we don't know how they are going to turn this in a way that will serve their dark agenda. So the most important thing and message that I'm being guided to tell you tonight is that if there's anything that's negative said about this mothership or these aliens from outside of our solar system, if there's anything said or uh, implied that they are to harm us, hurt us, or they're using it as an opportunity to create a global emergency, that is all BS and part of our government's agenda to try and control us. So don't fall for it. Learn to calibrate if you can. That was one of the first ways that I was able to discern or determine that the vaccine was nothing but a bunch of BS. And so I knew immediately that that was not here for our good. So if you learn to calibrate, I think last week I did let you know a really simple way of muscle testing. It's the baby finger, and that thumb. This baby finger's on a different circuit than the rest of the fingers. So baby finger, and then duck bill. Put that in there, and then you use the same amount of pressure to open it as you do to close it. Ask a test question first, and of course not. And then ask, is my name Kimberly? Of course it is. So So learn how to calibrate so you can determine what is true, what is false. That's the most important thing. You're going to be they're trying to deceive you in every direction you can possibly turn. So that is the thing I wanted to emphasize about this three-eye atlas. It is here to help us, um, and they are here to help with our ascension. So things accelerate as you no doubt feel. We have an 11 portal coming up, and we've already passed through the January 1. It's like the squeeze, this portal energy is starting to feel more accelerated, like we're heading towards, we're heading over those walls or down into something narrow, pulling us, squeezing us into this narrow pathway. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really feeling the energies. So you may notice how you might be noticing the 11:11 on the clocks more, um, just around a number. Their numbers are everywhere; they speak to us. But that the number one, especially ones are always a beginning, right? That's the beginning. sequence. This is a number 9 years. So we've spent the last 11 months, 10 months. Um, well, no, we're in our 11th month. November. Yes, we're already. Wow, how this has gone so fast. And it is 6:11 here right now. So there's the 11th. Um, so we've already had 10 months of ending cycles, programs, all kinds of endings. And now we're moving towards that energy of uh, beginnings. And this portal is the beginning. And when you see that number on a digital clock, it's actually an opportunity for you to pay attention to what are your thoughts in that moment. Either your thoughts are helping to bring you to your goals or further away. And so if these thoughts that you happen to be not quite with your ascension path or the direction that you want to go or the things you desire, that's your opportunity to change what you're thinking, change the direction that you're going. So it's like snapshot in time. What's it look like? And then you can adjust, change. So it's really a powerful opportunity to check in with what you're thinking and the direction that you're headed on. Let's see, what else? A couple other things that I wanted to talk about. We have the full moon, 3-eye atlas. And then I'm going to entertain your questions. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I've hesitated on talking about this, um, partly because I don't like saying negative things about people. I think that there's a point where it's not that I'm saying negative things about them, more that letting people, leaders that have turned to the dark and they are misleading people, even though the words and the message may sound the same. They've been taken over by the dark side, and the frequencies running in the background are no longer um, of the light. And so there's one that I've mentioned in the past, Joe Dispenza. I'll just repeat that again now. And it's interesting that these are all men, these men leaders who, I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but at any rate, they are. So I've mentioned Joe in the past, and it's unfortunate because it's not like the message is necessarily bad. Although if you listen closely to some of the messages that Joe has been saying, some of them are a little bit off. They're just off. And if you listen to these meditations that he does, it's got this really deep, droning kind of, weird voice. That is a deity that he's channeling. So, but there's three others that I wanted to tell you about. Jeremy Sargent, he has been off ever since I investigated him. At first, I thought, oh, he's really cool. He has all these really cool things to talk about. He's talking about all these really cool things. But then I took a step back and started to measure. You can't go by what people are telling you. You can't go by what you're hearing or what people are saying because frequencies in the background are what matter. So there's three or well, there's several things I check. I'm going to tell you what I check before I tell you these other two people. To determine if someone, whether male or female, doesn't really matter, whether they are still of the light. So, number one, they've got to be grounded. That's just energy 101. If you're not grounded, then you're likely not in your body all the way because all the energy is back up. It's not comfortable to be in your body. And so you sort of leave your field energetically. And so none of these people are grounded. They have, let me see. Yes, they all have 0 creative rings, which means that their crown is now being occupied by this dark force, which is controlling their sovereignty. This force is what's calling the shots. Um, Name was garbled. Okay. Joe Dispenza was the first one I would talk about, and then Jerry Sargent. Um, oh God, that's so unfortunate that it's garbled. I was going to say, let me see if I can do this on my. Hang on, just one second. Hang on, just one second. Let's see if we can get a better connection. I think that's important. All right, we're going to see if we can get connected to a hotspot instead. And because I think this is important, this stuff that we're talking about tonight. And yeah, so we're going to see if we can get connected. This might get disconnected for a second here, but I'll come back. So if I lose you, please come back, because this is important stuff to know about. So is this you iPhone here? Yep, iPhone. Mm, with them. Okay, good. We're back. Okay, yay. Let me know if that's any better. Is it less choppy? Is that less choppy? Okay, good. Yes, it is less choppy. Okay, good. Thank you so much. All right, so we will carry on again. Okay, so these are the things that I check to make sure that someone is aligned, that they are of a high frequency, and that they are on the side of the light. That's really the most important thing. So one, they've got to have a grounding cord. That's just energy 101. If you don't have a grounding cord, when you're not very evolved, I'll just say that. So grounding cord, number one. Number two, the amount of creative rings you have above your head. Now, you can have up to 100 before it breaks through to infinity. So if you only have 0, 2, 3, 5, that's not very conscious. You have a influence at your crown affecting your sovereignty. So that would be the second thing. The third thing is their heart grounded? Now, any message from the light is a heart message. You want someone to have their heart open, flowing, grounded. So there, people can have an open heart, but it may not be flowing very much, maybe a little skinny little trickle. If you have someone who is a spiritual leader, you want them to have a big open heart that's grounded, flowing, right? Through their circle of reciprocity, through both arms, giving and receiving through those upper chakras. Okay, so that's the third thing that needs to be checked. Another thing that I always check is what percent are they in their false ego? You'll find people out here who maybe they have a good message, they have a great presence, etc., but it's a big show. They've got their mask on and they're playing a role. So that can be measured, the false ego, and you want that to be at 0 ideally. Maybe if it's 15%, probably not too much to worry about, but certainly not 100%. So let's see where these four people are, right? I'll the other two in a minute. But Joe, so Joe has no grounding. He has 0 rings. His heart is 0, so that's closed. And his false ego, 100%. So that's exactly the opposite what you want in a spiritual leader. Okay, Jerry Sargent, also not grounded, rings 0, heart closed, false ego, 100%. Then the other two, this one I've been hesitant about just because he used to be my mentor for a while. Christoph Melchizedek not to be confused with Drumbolo Melchizedek. Christoph is out of New Zealand. I went to Egypt and spent 4 months with him and his team and a group for 4 months in Europe doing light work. So we thought. At any rate, I won't go into much about that, but I'll just give you the 4 measurements. So Christoph has no grounding cord. His rings, 0. His heart, closed. And false ego, 100%. I also found that with everybody on his team. Just saying. The last one, and this might be surprising because this is somebody I liked. So I had a crush on this. I had a crush on him. Robert Edward Grant. Now, I thought he's quite handsome, and so quite disappointing to see that he has no grounding cord. Rings. He has 3 rings. His heart is only 15% open. His false ego, 100%. So he's kind of been going in and out of that percentage, but likely he has been caught up in his mission and path, and so now the dark side is using this as an advantage to take advantage of his popularity and to have these dark underlying messages and frequencies that you can't hear, you can't see, and you won't even know they're there unless you can measure that. Unless you can measure, like, is this person of the light? Are they of a high frequency? Then that's really the only way you're going to know. And, so I'm not saying take my word for it. I mean, you could. I appreciate that because I believe I'm telling the truth. But it's always so much better when you can learn to calibrate for yourself. Then you know for certain, what I'm saying true. Take everything what I say with a grain of salt. At any rate, I wanted to mention those things. I thought that was important to talk about. Who is Edward Grant? He has done a lot of work with the pyramids. He's a numbers guy. He's actually quite brilliant. He's got a brilliant mind and has quite a fascination with excuse me, numbers, calculations, and ratios, and it's fascinating. I like the way his brain thinks is phenomenal. Hang on. At any rate, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, right. So you've never even heard of him. So thank God. So that they're not deceiving you. All right. So I am open to questions for tonight. I don't watch news much. So if there's anything going on out there you want me to calibrate, is it true? Is it real? Let's find out what's really going on. And I don't have my glasses tonight, so we'll have to do a little squinting. Let's see. What do we got here? When you scan someone, do you get a visual or words? It's kind of a combination of things. I hear words. I calibrate. I ask in my head. And oftentimes when I'm talking, I'm already calculating and scanning and measuring things, even as I'm talking. The words that are coming out, I'm already measuring, and lots going on in here while the words are coming out. So I did already answer who is the last one. Here, I'm jealous you will get to meet medical medium tomorrow. I know, I'm so excited. I have a client in Tennessee that invited me. And so good news, let's bring some good news. Medical medium, Anthony Williams, is one of the few remaining bright lights out there who has not been affected by the dark side. He's still quite elevated in his frequencies and undaunted by the dark side. So thank God for Anthony Williams, medical medium. And we're going to have lunch or dinner, get a book, get a blast of his white light frequencies. He works with the spirit of compassion. And so excited about that. All right, Dana. I have been feeling a lot of anger and it comes out of nowhere. How can I block those energies? Well, here's the thing. The energies that are there need to be removed first. So, so in your root chakra. Now, this is the most common way that this AI, ancient interference, that's what I'm referring to when I say AI, that this AI energy uses 20 of these energetic cords that they'll plug into your root chakra, and these cords will be filled with lots of anger, rage, fury, mostly. And right at the root chakra, that's going to create a lot of instability. It's going to make it hard to get grounded, to feel confident, to feel safe. And that's the case with you, Dana, is you have these 20 AI cords there in the first place. So it's not just a matter of blocking these energies. It's really more a matter of strengthening our field so that they don't come in. And another thing as well is that they are coming in on energies that are like magnets. So we are attracting angry energies because we still have a lot of our own unprocessed angry energy that we haven't resolved. So we might welcome the fact that they are still energetically attaching, cording, because that's an indication that we still have some places where we need some healing. We need to let go of these deeper energies. A lot of people in the spiritual communities, they have this sort of obsession with the spiritual world and everything up and out. And, they spend a lot of time in their head and out in the ethers. And that's one phase of spiritual development. But really, the phase beyond that is how do you bring all of that otherworldly energies into the body so that we are fully occupying our body so that we can access all of the information that we have, and being able to have all this spiritual knowledge, information, energies, but in the body. So it can be easy to be all floaty out here and all in the spiritual realm and, doing plant medicine journeys that you never even process. And it can be real easy to be in those outer worlds, but you haven't anchored it. And that's really the next phase of the evolution that I believe that we are in the process of going through now, is how do we get fully anchored into our body? So number one is we have to have good grounding. I can't tell you how many times, in fact, I'm happy to let people know, people that think they're grounded, but they don't have a way of actually calibrating or confirming whether or not that's actually the case. And they're not. And so they live sort of in an illusion or delusion that they are doing just fine when they are holding massive amounts of angry energy. And then they keep attracting the dark side that wants to plant in more angry energy. It's showing you what you already have. So that was a little bit of a tangent, wasn't it? So yeah, our next phase of evolution is getting in the body with all the knowledge, the information, the wisdom, and really anchor it into a solid body. All right, what do we got here? Beatrice, what can you do if you had a session with one of those people you mentioned? What you're talking about, what can I do or what can you do? When you say what can you do? Find out if they are interacting with your energy field. This one in particular was putting lots of spells and curses and affecting people's businesses and their relationships and all kinds of things. So find out where and how they are possibly infiltrating into your field and remove them. If you need help, I'm available to help. And we could always, there's a 60-minute breakthrough call on my website for those who are serious about getting some professional help to get these things resolved. So on my website, let me just put that up here. My website, which is my name.com. Let's see, it's in here somewhere. Hang on. There it is. Okay. So my website, there is a 60-minute breakthrough call that is available so that we can talk about what's going on and how I can help you. So I've actually helped a lot of people with one of these people in particular that was had severely affected a lot of people. So yes, sometimes you have to get professional help. Yeah. Yeah, he's still cording to your root chakra with fear. Yeah. Okay, G. My daughter has been applying for jobs. She's been working on grounding and is applying for another job. She says this feels different. Well, it will feel different because maybe she's feeling different. She's not grounded. She doesn't have a grounding cord right now. And the more important thing about getting a job or landing a decent job is your money frequency. So hers is low. It's only at 250. That's kind of like at the bottom of my scale. So she won't attract a particularly high paying job with that, or they won't, it's like she may be underappreciated, and etc. So getting those money frequencies raised is super important when you're getting a job, that because that's all you're going to attract. You can only attract the frequency that you're currently emitting, right? And so when we can remove all of the energies that are in our money frequencies, remove the energies that are bringing our money frequency down, then our money frequency can elevate, and then that's what we will attract more of. It's a very simple universal law, the law of attraction, but it's not necessarily easy. So I get it. I've been there. I've been at the bottom. I've been on food stamps. I've been living on the side of the road in my motorhome. I've been at the bottom. So yeah, I've lived through all of that through example. So I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to be on the other side as well, and to not worry about money anymore at all. All right. Let's see. You're so welcome, Beatrice. Sandy is asking, do I have anyone attached to me? You're talking about like energy cords. Yes, you have 5 cords in your root chakra. Your partner, or yeah, or ex-partner, is it? I forget. At any rate, him. he's attached to your root chakra with 5 cords. So he's really, really connected there. I asked a question about the medical medium above. You did. Let me go look. I apologize. Let me go look. Gigi, my daughter, keeps up. Okay, see. I will. Boy, I missed a lot up here. Sorry. All these people looking for a scan. I'm so sorry. Okay. Wow. How did I? Oh my God. There's so many things I missed. I apologize here. Okay, that was all that. Thank you for your patience. Hang on. And I will be scanning newer people too. I know some of you come on here every week, some of you I've working with and or worked with. And so we're going to give some new people a chance too. Okay, so I did that. Did that. Okay, there. Okay, so here's your question. I'm sorry, Dana. I'm curious if you have listened to the medical medium books on demons and angels. The friend that I'm going to this event with was telling me all about it. I didn't actually listen to it myself, but she was like up all night, just totally tuned out on this thing. Um, the derms, yes, being attached to people. Would you see that as cords attached to someone? Yes, you could see it as cords. And you could also ask, do you have any derms? Now, that's not one that I check. So you can always ask, do I have any derms? Yes or no. Do your muscle testing. Beatrice is not grounded. Here's a new person. Ava. Can you scan me, please? I have a problem with blood circulation in my lower legs. Okay, and so just so that you all know, I am not a medical doctor or professional in the medical industry by any means. I'm here just giving my energetic assessment, which I have discovered things happen in the energy field long before they show up in our physiology. So first of all, Ava, you have no energy coming up from your feet, no earth energy that comes up from your feet into your legs, like it's stopping right at the bottoms of the feet. So that's really energetically where it all starts. There are about 20 of those AI cords at the bottoms of each of your feet. So those need to be removed. You also have no grounding. That's also going to affect your entire lower half, your legs for sure. So those two things super important. And you also have no rings above your head. So you've got a lot of compression from these darker forces on the planet that need to be removed. So yeah, for those of you who do have any physical issues, if you hang on just for another moment, I want to tell you about something we have going on this Thursday. Hang on, scan pictures. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, thank you, Sandra. I'm going to say what Sandra is mentioning here. I've been working with Kimberly for a year now, and she also went to Bali with us too. And my life has changed so much, happier and healthier. Her life has changed. She's so much happier and healthier. Learning how to clear yourself, super important, isn't it? Well, here's Sabrina. You're asking for help with cedar. So if I actually do the work, that's actually a private session. I can tell you what you need to do because I know you know how to do this. Her avatar for her work it's not grounded. There's no grounding. There's no grounding cord, and it only has 2 rings. So if you because we've worked together, if you wanted to just do a 30-minute session, you could sign up for that, and we could help you get all of this grounded and help her raise her money frequency, which is only at 250. So that would really help her with this new job, and I believe she's moving, or she has moved. Yeah, ex-husband. Okay, gotcha. Paulette, here's a new person. Oh no, that's Sandy's sister. My chest is feeling heavy. Well, you do have cords in your heart chakra, Paulette. About 5, and this is that AI energy, that ancient interference, plugged into your heart chakra. Remove that and see if that shifts. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I wanted to tell you guys about this Thursday. So those of you who are asking, especially about physiology questions, this Thursday is going to be a light activation. So the first Thursday of every month, we do an activation. And this upcoming Thursday is going to be an activation of our cellular light frequency. It is also, so that can be just in and of itself. You could just do that as a standalone thing. It's also a bonus for our 12-day program, which starts this coming Monday. And so we do this every other month. Every time is on a different topic. And so this next one, which I'm super excited about because it's been 2 years since we've done this, where we've gone through every body system and body organ. We raise all of these up to 100% of energetic functioning. And then we also are going to be raising the cellular light quotient from where it's currently at 350, which is far above like even the EE system, energy enhancement system. That only brings you to 70 and 90 millivolts. Tony Robbins has these panels all throughout this one room in his house. So that's the EE system, only brings you to 90 millivolts. We've been at 350 for over a year now, maybe 2. And this next round of 12 days, which starts on Monday, we're bringing everything up to 450 millivolts. This is what Spirit is guiding me. So I am super excited about this. So more light in our cells means that we have more information available to operate more optimally. Then our body knows how it should function. The more information we have, that's the whole point of holding more light, where you hear about us going from carbon-based body into a light, crystalline light frequency based body. And so that's the difference. We're able to hold more light, more information. So that's what's going to be happening on Monday. And the luminary activation is included in that. So if you wanted to go to my website, I'll put that back up again, and just scroll down, you'll be able to find the 12-day program on the right if you wanted to do all 12 days, including the luminary activation. If you just want to do the luminary activation, just get a taste of what I do. Maybe you've never worked with me. You don't have a clue what I do. That's a great place to start. So that luminary activation, they're right opposite of each other. Luminary activation on one side, 12 days is on the other side. So check that out. And I'm very excited about this because also we're on the second day of this 12-day program. We're going to be moving through that portal, the 1111 portal. And so what better way or time to be able to do that than in these super high frequencies where we are, pointing our arrow so that it goes to exactly where we want it to go in a high frequency, because this portal energy is launching us. It is really catapulting us in a direction. So I don't know about you guys, but this is the direction I'm going, where I'm headed, where I want to be as a longevity mentor, and just even in general, to be able to be in these high frequencies. Anyway, so that's what we're doing Monday and Tuesday. I went back here to find my website, and then I got so distracted with myself. Okay, there we go. So luminary activation, if you just scroll down, or the 12-day program. If you're new, just sign up for the foundational program. If the advanced is really more for advanced people. We're going to be doing some additional things in the evening that are more advanced. But if you're new to the 12 days, just join the foundational program. You'll still get your socks blown off. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Lola wants to know if she has attachments. Are you talking about people attachments? Are you talking about etheric implants? Are you talking about demons? Are you talking about AI? There's lots of things that can be attached. Let's see if you have any people cords. No. AI, yes, is they've got those 20 cords at your root chakra, and that's what's causing you to have a hard time grounding. So you have no grounding cord. And you have no creative rings. So join us Thursday. If you guys are among those who have no grounding cord, no creative rings, join us Thursday. We get this aligned every single month, right? Sandy says she can't wait. I know it's going to be epic, I tell you. Okay, let's see. What is this? How do I work on developing abilities or gifts? It's a long, ongoing process. I'll just say that. The most important part, Gigi, though, is really having a clear energy field so that you have more clarity about what is your thoughts and what is some infiltration that's not your thoughts, which is what the majority of people are thinking. 90% of what people think and feel is not theirs. Well, whose is it? The majority of time, it's this AI interference that's causing you to think thoughts, defeating thoughts. I can't do this. It's never going to work. This is not enough. What's going to happen in the future? Blah, blah, blah. All the things, not your thoughts. So that's really the most important part, is getting a clear field so you can tell what's your thoughts and what are your guides trying to tell you, and what is garbage. So that takes a while to determine that, but getting clear is the first step. Join us on Thursday. Valerie, okay, this is name sounds sort of familiar, but let's see, Valerie. So also not grounded, and 5 creative rings above your head, and heart closed. Yeah. So you've got a lot of interference that's not yours, that's causing a lot of this shutdown. So if you've never joined us for the luminary activation, I highly suggest that. I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys could tell me why someone would not join. Like, are you're not sure about me, or is it that you're not sure what's going to happen, or you think it might cost too much? It's only $49, or some other thing. Maybe you don't trust me. You don't know me well enough. I'm curious, because I based on what happens in these events, I would think everybody should be there, but whatever. Everybody's not on the path. Okay, Paulette. She just ordered the book. Great, on Amazon, and so far it's been a great read. I can't wait to get to the section that will teach me more. Yeah, so sounds like it's all teaching you stuff. So you're welcome, Valerie. Yes, okay, good. You're new. So this luminary activation is really the best place to start. I'll even go one step further. A better place to start even before, so you could even download this right now because it's free, is on my website, is the free 20-minute meditation. Listen to that. That's the process we're going to go through on Thursday. Only we take it to a whole nother level because we're clearing so many other things, and we're really focusing on activating the cellular light quotient. So yeah, if you're new to me, download the free meditation, and then if you like what you hear, you want to go just a little bit further, join us for the luminary activation. So amazing. Um, Thank you for that, Sandy. Step one is investing in yourself, right? A lot of people are afraid to do that. They're afraid to invest in themselves. Nadita, thanks, Nadita. She is awesome too. She's looking in her mirror. Okay, G wants to know, can I join the frequency illumination Thursday on my daughter's behalf and still work on her? Well, um, you actually, I would say no, because let me put this question up. So G wants to know if she can join so she can work on our daughter. It's really more important that you work on yourself first, because you're not even grounded. You can't really help other people until we put our own gas mask on first, right? Get grounded first and do this for yourself first, so that you know that you're in a position to help other people. I mean, it's always really nice to be able to help other people and to, have our best interests in others. But if we're neglecting ourselves, then are we really helping them? It's way better to help yourself first, and that's not being selfish. That's using self-care. So I just had to say that. Um, and once you join, if you join the frequency illumination or the luminary, excuse me, the luminary activation on Thursday, if you like it and you see the benefits in it for yourself, then share it with her, and that's a much better way to do it. I'll just say that. Okay, grounding, it's Carmen, and creativity don't understand what you do, but joining the activation. Okay, all right, yeah. So you will feel so much better once you do get grounded, and then you'll be able to get all of those energies going. Thanks, Carmen. All right, Valerie. Okay, good. Can you see why my energy has been depleted the last couple of weeks? Well, you have no grounding cord, Dana. This is energy 101. And if you haven't joined us, I lose track of who's joined and who hasn't. But so come join us on Thursday. Get grounded. We're gonna go through the whole process of running your energy over an hour and then activating that cellular light quotient. As a matter of fact, this is just a little bonus tip. We're almost at the top of the hour. Is that for those of you who join the luminary activation, like now, today, tomorrow, you'll be able to listen to the last luminary activation, which was all about our colostrum frequency and activating your entire nervous system. Bonus. Just thought I would say that. Okay. So, okay, Ava, thank you, Kimberly, for my energy scan. Is there a replay for luminary activation? Yes, there is. In fact, as I just mentioned, the last replay is still up. If you join now, you can still listen to that, because once we do the next luminary activation, that gets replaced, and it will be in the archives. Do you have time to check Cedar's work avatar before the end of the live? I think I would rather not. I don't want to encourage people for me to be doing checking. And this is really a lot more for newer people too, anyway, Sabrina. So we're going to focus on that. Just won the mayor of New York. So Lola, I don't pay attention to politics, so I don't know, don't care. Self-nurturing is needed on my end. Yes, which is why you're going to join us on Thursday. You're going to get all kinds of self-nurturing. You're going to learn how to take care of yourself. And so important in this whole process. Um, yes, the replay is 95% as effective as being there live. I've calibrated it, so I know. You're so welcome, Paulette. Let's head over to Instagram, see if there's any questions there. No, it's frozen on the fireside chat there. No. I think we lost them when we switched over. Anyway, sorry, Instagram. Okay. Um, Thanks for putting this into some other words besides mine, Sandy. She says, what Kimberly helps you work on is getting rid of all the energies that hold you back and cause lots of anger, rage, frustration, etc., and clear them. She teaches us how to do that, right? Yeah, my intention is less about um, doing the work for you. Like even when people work with me one-to-one, I'm not there to clean their house. I'm there to teach you how to clean your own house, because that's really how you empower yourself. It does no good if you come to me to get a clearing and then you walk away and you don't have a clue what to do after that. So my intention when we work together is to teach you how to do what I'm doing so that you can do it, continue to do it, continue to maintain your energy and those frequencies. Okay, here's Shelly, who highly recommends, I put in highly, recommends the activation. You won't be disappointed. I have changed so much. Yes, she has. And so someone earlier was asking about, how do you get more gifted? How do you step into your gifts and your your energies? What you do. So Shelly's been practicing with me for a while now, and she keeps getting better and better at it, building her confidence and letting go of all those energies that have been holding her back and making her doubt herself. Um, and so we get a lot of help and support that way to, get that feedback going. So that's super helpful. All right. Let's see. I think that's all of your questions. So there is my website. So yeah, this Thursday is our monthly luminary activation. I hope you'll join us, especially if you're having trouble getting grounded, if you're having any physical issues. Obviously, check in with your doctor. But maybe you're curious if maybe some energy work will help. And yeah, I'd love to help you find out. All right, we're at the top of the hour. Any final words? You just jumped on, Paula. I should connect. Am I connected to my oversoul? Yes, you are, Paula. 100%. Great job. Great job. Let's get you ready to take it to the next level. We're going to do the luminary activation since you just jumped on. Doing that on Thursday. Here's Wooly. Okay, this sounds like a new person. I've been working on my nervous system and I feel good, but I found some curses when I was grounding. Yeah, so here's when you say your nervous system, the first thing that I want to check is your spine, right? So right at the very top of your spine where the head and neck connect, you've got a lot of interference there. And if you would draw a line across the top of your shoulders at that intersection, more behind your heart, a couple places, both around your heart, in the back, in your spine, solar plexus, behind the solar plexus, behind a couple of them behind the solar plexus, two places higher and lower, and then right in your sacrum. So that's just a taste of what we're going to be doing on Thursday. And if you were to join, you could listen to the last activation, which did the whole scan of the nervous system, your adrenals, your amygdala, colostrum, the whole nervous system. I think we did some of your brain. But in this 12 days, we're going to be going through every body system and body organ. I can't wait. What time on Thursday? It's 11 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday. And then the 12 days is 8 a.m. Pacific time. And for those who are advanced, 8 p.m., 20 minutes morning, 20 minutes at night. So that first day is an hour just because we get to introduce ourselves, etc. All right. Well, there we are. It's been fun. Thanks for joining us tonight on this Tuesday night instead of Wednesday. So I won't be on tomorrow night. I'll be going to see the medical medium. I'm so excited. And I think that's about it. All right. The link for October is still up in Kajabi. Yes, well, the recording is still available in Kajabi. So that's what I was talking about, the bonus. If you go to the Kajabi portal, once you sign up, you'll be able to listen to last month's activation. It won't be updated until we do the new activation, and then it will be replaced. So last month's will be replaced. But you can listen to it if you join now until it's replaced. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're referring to something else, Paula, maybe email our team at support@kimberlysherry.com so we can take care of that. All right. Yes. Talk to you soon, Natita. Have a blessed night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you on Thursday for our luminary activation. It's going to be awesome. Blessings, everyone. Happy full moon. So much to be grateful for. Have a blessed night. Namaste.